Byproduct. Byproduct is a story about a young man who unknowingly kills his mother's boyfriend as an inexperienced member of a cartel, and he subsequently learns the harsh repercussions of his actions, which forever change his view on life. Byproduct deals with themes of consequences and how certain actions you make can affect you negatively when you attempt to avoid the responsibility of said actions and the repercussions those actions can cause on your mental health. Is a crime thriller that is somewhat in the mold of shows such as Breaking Bad, which also combines elements of drama that are utilized to create an intense story that, at times, leaves the audience unsure of where the story can go. Byproduct follows a young man by the name of Vasily who is young and inexperienced in the world of crime, where his mum, Helen, is unaware of what he does and believes that he is doing good, honest work. And Vasily's boss, Paul, who is the head of a criminal gang called the Fallen Angels. Vasily wants to get into the world of crime as he believes that he can make something of himself this way, but due to his age and lack of experience, he does not fully understand certain actions and decisions he have to make in this journey. On one seemingly normal night, while Helen is preparing for a date with her boyfriend, Paul takes Vasily out, which Helen believes is for a work dinner, when the reality is that Paul is taking Vasily with him for a deal that will result in a big payday for Paul. As the deal is taking place, an unknown man witnesses the deal and is captured by Paul before he can contact the cops, and Paul forces Vasily to kill him. This leads to Vasily's first of many major decisions in this story, where he has to choose whether or not he kills this man or not. Vasily does not want to have to do this, as he has got certain morals and ethics that he wishes to live by, even in this somewhat arguably corrupt world. Paul forces Vasily to kill the man by pulling the trigger for him. Vasily is shocked by this decision, leaving him unsure of what to do, and then he learns of something even worse. He learns that the man he killed was his mum's date, leaving her upset and alone, which concludes Act 1. This creates in Vasily a real conflict. Does he tell his mum what he did and reveal that he is the reason as to why her boyfriend is gone? Or does he keep this to himself, leaving his mum believing that she was left by her boyfriend, which is what Act 2 focuses on? Vasily trying to come to terms with the decision he made and whether or not to tell his mum creates this internal conflict in himself that results in him having anxiety attacks and acting differently in front of his mum. Vasily also has to contend with what Paul will do, because Paul could target both Vasily and his mum if the fallen angels were to get exposed. The story comes to a head in the third act when Helen confronts Vasily about what is going on, as she can tell that something has been bothering him and he's not acting how he used to. Vasily eventually relents and tells his mum what he did. She is extremely disappointed and hurt and upset with what he has done by getting into this world of crime, as well as being the reason that her boyfriend has died. Helen decides against calling the cops and pressing charges and relaying this to the authorities, as the mess that has already been created will just become larger and will make everything even more difficult than it already is. So instead, she decides to kick Vasily out of the house so that he could start fresh somewhere and to hopefully improve himself through meeting new people, experiencing new things, and to get out of his comfort zone. This story concludes with Vasily taking responsibility for his actions, even though doing so has damaged his relationship with his mother, and he now has to truly deal and come to terms with the decisions that he has made in this story. He has made the right choice, and he is now relieved that he has gotten this weight off of his chest. But now he has to start again and to make something of himself without his mom there to support him, leaving him to wonder what he should do now and what the future holds for him.